Hey, I don't even know if anybody's gonna actually join because it's been that long since I've been away from YouTube. But you guys will probably catch this in a replay. But if anybody does come on, leave me a comment and say hey. But yeah, so I am here letting you guys know all of the tea that you guys have been asking me about on Snapchat and Instagram and Facebook. So I've been getting a couple of requests on Snapchat of people wanting to know about basically my whole mommy journey. For you guys that don't know or haven't watched my videos, I did have a baby. I have a daughter. Her name is Zyla, and she is almost 3 months old. She's right at, well, technically she is 12 weeks, but she won't officially be 3 months until the 27th of this month, if that makes sense. So anyway, so I did get some requests to talk about my labor and delivery and just like how it is having a baby and how I'm adjusting to being a new mom and all that stuff. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So yeah, so I guess I'll start from the beginning and tell you guys about my labor and delivery. So I did have Zyla at 37 weeks. So she was set to come at 39 weeks, but she came 2 weeks early. So I had her Wednesday, it was June 27th, Wednesday morning at 9:21 in the morning. She was 6 pounds and 4 ounces. But as far as having her, so I had her Wednesday morning. I started having contractions Tuesday night at 9 o'clock at night. And so I was having, they weren't like super strong. They were maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe like a 2. Starting at 9. And then like around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, Wednesday morning, they definitely started getting stronger. And they were every 5 minutes. They were 5 minutes apart and they were 30 seconds long. So, fast forward to maybe about 1 or 2 in the morning, I went from having contractions to having spotting when I would go to pee. And so I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure, the baby's definitely coming. But me being me and just thinking, I'm super mom and I can just do what I want or whatever, I was like, I'm just going to let my husband finish his shift. He gets off at 6 o'clock. So when he gets off at 6 in the morning, I have him take me to the hospital. So I'm messaging him. He's checking on me. And, I'm telling him, like, I think the baby's going to come. Because, I'm having spotting, contractions, and all of that. He was like, do you want me to leave work? I was like, no, just go ahead and stay there. So that was at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So then like 3:30, 4 o'clock rolls around. I go and I start having more spotting. Plus, I get out of the bed to go pee, and my water freaking broke in the room. Like right here where I'm sitting right now, my water broke. And so I was like, OMG. Now, I'm not in any pain other than the contractions at this point. But, I mean, when your water breaks, pretty much that baby is ready to come. So I called my husband and I was like, you need to get home. And you need to get home now because my water's just broke. Like, this girl's about to come. I'm about to get in the shower because, like, literally when my water broke, it went through everything that I had on. So I had to get completely undressed, take a shower, and I was like, by the time I get here, by the time I take my shower and everything, can you please be here? So I got in the shower, changed clothes and all that. He came home, got the bag together and all that. We went to the hospital. Got to the hospital that morning. They were in the middle of shift change. So they got me to a room right away, but they were like, we can't do anything right now. So I was just like, okay. So mind you, I'm still having these 5 minutes apart contractions. And the contractions were at the small of my back. And they were like, on a scale of 1 to 10, they're definitely like a 26 right now. So I was like, okay, I definitely need to just have this baby. So fast forward to like 7 o'clock in the freaking morning, like 7 going into 7:30, they're still like not doing anything basically. They're just like, I'm still having the contractions, but she hadn't moved or anything like that. So we were just kind of waiting. So I was like, okay, So the nurse was like, well, we can't do anything until your doctor gets here and she's running late. So let me just go ahead and check you and see how dilated you are. So I'm like, okay. I'm thinking maybe 2-3 inches max. Girl, I mean, not inches, centimeters. Girl, your girl was 9 centimeters dilated. 9. I was like, what? 9 centimeters? And she was like, who comes to the hospital and they're 9 centimeters dilated on our first baby? Like, that just does not happen. So they were like, okay, pretty much as soon as your doctor walks in the door, be prepared to push because that baby is literally about to come. And it was crazy because when my doctor came, and, I had to sign all this paperwork and all that. And then she was explaining, how the labor was going to go and stuff. So they got my feet on the stirrups and everything. And literally, when she opened my legs, she was like, we can see Sila's head. Like, literally, you could see the top of her hair. But I just needed to actually give her a good push to get her head out. So I'm like, okay. So the labor, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, if you haven't had a baby before, let me just tell you, the labor was absolute hell, okay? Like, I'm not saying that your experience is going to be the same as mine, but my labor was hell because I started pushing at 7:30. She did not come out until 9:21. So I was literally pushing every 5 minutes for 2 hours straight. And after an hour of pushing every 5 minutes, I was like, okay, I'm officially ready to just go home, basically. Like, if y'all can't reach inside of me and pull this baby out, like, I can't do it, and I even looked at my doctor at one point and I was like, is it too late to get a C-section? Because I can't do this. And she was like, yeah, it's definitely too late for a C-section and we can't give you an epidural or anything because if you get an epidural, you're still going to feel everything. So it's really not going to change anything. You're just going to have to push this baby out. So fast forward another hour later, 8 o'clock rolls around. I'm still pushing 8:30, 8:45. So I don't know what snapped in my brain when the clock changed from 8:59 to 9 o'clock. But as soon as 9 o'clock hit, I was like, you know what? Bump this. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm ready to get this baby out and I'm over this whole situation. So I just laid back in the bed and I just pushed as hard as I could push because they tell you, to do the 3 pushes when you're having the contractions or whatever. So you're supposed to push with the contractions. So I pushed really hard, like 6 good times, and that girl was out. Don't ask me why I couldn't have did that 2 hours ago, but yeah. So I had her at 9:21 a.m. on that Wednesday morning, and I would say, looking back on my whole labor and delivery, the contractions were definitely worse than the labor because, I mean, the labor, yeah, it was 2 hours of pushing, but I wouldn't say that I was in pain for those 2 hours as far as the actual pushing her out. But those contractions, girl, them janks was killer. Like, even now, with her being almost 3 months old, like, my back still hurts. My legs are still in pain. I'm having issues with my knees, like joint issues and stuff. Like, I'm feeling body pains that I've never felt in my life before that, complications from the labor or whatever. And I'm just like, I'm too young to be having back and leg problems. But yeah, I mean, it's to the point now where I have to take muscle relaxers for my back. I have to do massage therapy once a month. Like, it's crazy. When I tell you a baby changes like your whole body and everything, like a baby definitely does. But my daughter, she's so beautiful. She's such a good baby. I would do it all over again for her. I definitely would. So like I said, we had Zyla at 9:21 on Wednesday morning. She was 6 pounds she was 6 pounds 4 ounces, and she's just a joy. Like, I just love having her. Me and Maurice are just so proud of her. So yeah, I did 6 weeks of maternity leave, so I was home with her for 6 weeks, and I would say out of the maternity leave, I was definitely in pain the entire 6 weeks. Like, the first 4 weeks I was in pain from the stitches because, I did have her vaginally, and she didn't rip me as bad as some other moms that I have talked to, but she She ripped me. She definitely ripped me from top to bottom. I didn't have any issues with the back of me, but definitely the front of me. She ripped me top to bottom. So those stitches, you can feel them when you lay down, you can feel them when you turn to your side, and you can feel them when you're sitting up. So it is very uncomfortable. They told me that the stitches were supposed to dissolve within like 3 weeks. It took the entire 6 weeks for my stitches to dissolve. Okay, like my stitches did not dissolve until the day before I went in for my 6 month checkup to go back to work. So that was crazy. But I would say the first 4 weeks was definitely like trying to get up and walk around, you're in pain. So I would definitely say if you're pregnant now, or you're thinking about getting pregnant, when your family comes to help you, please let them help you, because I'm telling you, you are gonna feel like absolute crap after you have a baby. Like, I'm just being honest with you right now. You're gonna feel like absolute crap after you have a baby. You're gonna be tired. Your body's gonna hurt. You're not gonna feel like being a mom, you know. So if your parents or your husband's parents or whoever, you know, is willing to come help you with the baby, please just let them, because you're definitely gonna need it. Because I was so thankful to be able to just get rest, because you just don't get rest when you first have a baby. So the first 4 weeks with Zyla, I mean, other than my body pains, it honestly wasn't bad, because Zyla's a good baby. She's like me. She loves her sleep and she loves to eat. So all this girl did was drink bottles every 2 to 3 hours, pee, poop, and go to sleep. That was like all she did. And she was sleeping maybe 3 to 5 hours at a time. No, I'm going to say the first 4 weeks, she was sleeping maybe 3 hours at a time. And then after week 4, that's when she definitely started sleeping for maybe like 5 to 6 hours at a time. Now, this girl can sleep. Like, my husband leaves for work at 9 o'clock at night, and he gets home at 6 in the morning. This girl will literally sleep from the time he leaves for work at 9 to the time he walks in the door at 6 o'clock. I have not heard from her. I have not, like, nothing. Like, this girl will literally be knocked out sleep. So it's good now, because now I'm at the point where I'm actually feeling more, you know, like myself. I'm definitely feeling better. Getting rest and all that good stuff. A lot of people are like, oh, your skin looks so good. You look so good. I'm like, yeah, because I'm actually sleeping. Like, before, I was looking and feeling like crap. I had designer bags under my eyes, and all because I wasn't getting no sleep with her. But she's good now. I mean, I feel like me and my husband have a really good routine as far as, you know, how we like keep her diapers organized. We are formula feeding her. I wanted to breastfeed in the hospital, Lord knows, but I didn't know that if you have breast surgery, that can cause nerve damage, which can impact your ability to breastfeed, because I had a breast reduction before. And mind you, this was years back, but apparently it did cause some nerve damage, because even though I had milk in my boobs, you know, and I was actually leaking for some weeks, you know, so there was definitely milk coming out, but it wasn't enough to feed her. So I wasn't able to breastfeed in the hospital, so I put her on formula the second day, and she's been doing well. So, yeah. So, I mean, I would say the biggest things that I'm noticing being a new mom is you definitely want to pay attention to your body. Definitely want to do some self-care. Take care of yourself. You know, when your family offers to take your child, just let them, so that you can, you know, do some things that you need to do and just get some rest. You know what I'm saying? I definitely sleep when Zyla sleeps, you know, because during the day, you never really know, like, how long she's going to stay asleep. So that's definitely has been helping me. My husband has been amazing with, you know, taking over for me when I'm tired. I take over for him when he's tired. So, you know, you just find a little system that works for you. I am still doing my motives business. I am still doing reviews. As far as YouTube goes, I'm definitely going to continue for sure doing YouTube. I actually just filmed a skincare video, which is why I don't have any makeup on right now. And that is uploading, as you can see. So I am back on my reviews and tutorials and stuff like that. I would definitely say, like, having a newborn, it is definitely a struggle with finding time to film, because her sleep schedule is just crazy. Like, she'll wake up And it seems like she knows when I have something I need to do with my business or with YouTube, that's when she wants to be up and awake and she won't go to sleep. But then if I'm sitting here doing nothing, that's when she wants to freaking sleep. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what that's about, but it is a little bit of a struggle trying to figure out like when I can sit down and film. But yeah. So that's pretty much everything that I can think of as far as, you know, adjusting to being a new mom and all that stuff. I'm definitely going to be doing some videos with her, showing you guys like products that I've been buying for her, you know, things that I like, things that I don't like. So definitely give me some feedback on things that you want to see as far as mommy and me kind of videos, because that's something I definitely want to do more of. I definitely have some couponing videos that I want to get up because I've been doing a lot of shopping lately. So I'll definitely be showing you guys different things for that. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let me know in the replay what you guys, you know, want to see moving forward, what kind of questions you have, and I will definitely get that up for you guys. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.